watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and East Country Radio. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Roy Rossell on this Friday, August 4th.
Two people on a tri-motorcycle collided with a car on the highway. News 25 was on the scene.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
Late Thursday afternoon around 6:30 p.m., a vehicle versus tri-motorcycle crash happened on the north end of town on Highway 160. According to an eyewitness and friend of the two people on the tri-motorcycle, both the car and bike were traveling northbound on Highway 160 when the car suddenly slowed down to make what looked like a right-hand turn onto a side street at Blosser Ranch Road, but did not use their signal light. The two people on the tri-motorcycle, a husband and wife, and part of a bike club, attempted to maneuver around the vehicle but then collided with the vehicle when the car suddenly turned left, striking the driver's side rear of car, throwing both people off the tri-motorcycle. According to Fire Chief Scott Lewis, the driver of the bike was injured and transported to Desert View Hospital. According to the eyewitness, the driver of the tri-motorcycle is in his 80s.
Hi, my name is Mary. This evening we were getting ready to go for a night ride and we were traveling northbound on 160. I was behind the silver trike, Goldwing, and all of a sudden we went from like 45 miles down to 10 because it seemed like the car in front of the other trike did not know which way it was going. And as he proceeded to pass, because she looked like she was going right, because there was no blinkers, all of a sudden she just made a left and he ran right into her. He was the driver of the silver bike, trike. Cece was on the back of the trike, and she flew off first, and then he flew off.
Nevada Highway Patrol and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were on the scene. Northbound traffic on Highway 160 was being diverted around the crash site. There are no other injuries. Nevada Highway Patrol says this crash is under investigation.
Two Navy soldiers are arrested and both facing charges of espionage after divulging private military information to China.
Two United States Navy sailors are facing charges of providing sensitive military information to China that include details of wartime exercises, naval operations, and critical technical material. These are two separate cases, and federal officials at a news conference in San Diego declined to specify whether the sailors knew about each other's actions. Both men have pleaded not guilty during their court hearings in San Diego and Los Angeles. Jin Kao Wei, a 22-year-old sailor assigned to the San Diego-based USS Essex, was arrested on Wednesday when boarding the ship. He was accused of passing detailed information on weapons systems and aircraft aboard the Essex, and other assault ships that act as small aircraft carriers. Prosecutors said Wei was born in China and was approached by a Chinese intelligence officer in February of 2022 when he was applying to become a naturalized U.S. citizen. Wei provided photographs and videos of Navy ships, including the USS Essex. The Justice Department charged Wei under a Rarely Used Espionage Statute Act that makes it a crime to gather or deliver information to aid a foreign government. Officials say that Wei has made $10,000 to $15,000 in the past year from this arrangement with an unnamed Chinese intelligence officer. If convicted, he could face up to life in prison. The Justice Department also charged sailor Wenhen Chow, age 26, based at a naval base in Ventura County, north of San Diego, for conspiring to collect nearly $15,000 in bribes from a Chinese intelligence officer in exchange for U.S. naval exercise plans, operational orders, photos and videos of electrical systems at naval facilities between 2021 and at least this last May. The information included between operational plans is for a large-scale U.S. military exercise in the Indo-Pacific region, which detailed the location and timing of naval force movements. The indictment further alleges that Cho photographed electrical diagrams and blueprints fingerprints of radar systems stationed in the U.S. military base in Japan. If convicted, Cho could face a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. It was unclear if federal officials are looking at other U.S. soldiers and if this investigation is still ongoing.
The York fire is getting closer to full containment. Mikey Ruhan gives us an update.
As of August 4th, 2023 at 8 a.m., estimated acreage is 93,078 acres, with 8,352 acres located in Clark County, Nevada. The fire is 85% contained. Acreage change is due to more accurate mapping and ground truthing. Crews focused their efforts on the northeast corner of the fire, where they observed persistent smoldering in Jupiter and pine woodlands. Hand crews attacked the fire directly and received assistance from helicopters that dropped buckets of water on hotspots. Last night was the last night shift for firefighters, who will focus on patrolling for hotspots and monitoring cooled areas. Dry air and seasonal heat has filtered back into the region, bringing more challenging conditions for firefighters. Temperatures will be in the mid-90s, with single-digit humidity and gusty afternoon winds. For current smoke impacts and for tips on managing your exposure of wildfire smoke, please visit airnow.gov.
A man is arrested in Tonopah earlier this week after the strangulation of a woman.
Earlier this week, officers were dispatched for a report of a domestic in Tonopah. Upon arrival, they were met by a woman who says that William Tucker, the suspect, choked her out and allegedly got on top of her, causing her to feel like she was about to pass out. The woman stated that her and Tucker got into an argument in the living room of that residence. The woman allegedly said that she was trying to make some noodles in the kitchen while arguing with Tucker, but he followed her and continued the argument. The woman allegedly stated to Tucker that she refuses to do tasks around the house, which aggravated him. According to the declaration, that is when Tucker smacked the bowl of noodles out of her hand, grabbed her by the neck, and forced her to the ground. The woman said that Tucker had all of his body weight on top of her, with his hands around her neck, resulting in her losing air circulation, making her feel like she was about to pass out. The woman stated that she had a fork in her hand and stabbed Tucker with it in his left arm to attempt to escape. When officers went inside of the residence, they met with Tucker and asked him what had taken place. Tucker stated that there was an argument, but he said the woman started to cuss him out, and that the woman threw her bowl of noodles onto the floor. According to officials, Tucker also stated that she had a knife in one hand and a fork in the other. Tucker said that he smacked the knife out of the woman's hand and yelled for her to drop the fork multiple times, but allegedly the woman did not listen, and she stabbed him in the left arm with the fork. Tucker reportedly said that he grabbed her by the neck to gain control of her and forced her to the ground until she would calm down, with her head pointed to the ground between his legs. Officers observed each individual and witnessed that there was a very red, irritated mark and a small scratch on the woman's face. Tucker was seen with a small fork-looking stab mark in his left arm, but there were no other injuries in sight. After observing the scene, officers witnessed a bowl of noodles that was shattered on the floor, along with a fork, though Tucker claimed that there was a fork and knife used in this situation. Tucker pointed out that there were 2 knives on the counter, and the woman was allegedly holding one of them, though both of the knives were located on the counter. From where the knives, fork, and noodles were located, it is inconsistent that the knife was smacked out of the woman's hands, because according to the declaration, it would physically have to go through her body to end up back on the counter. Based on this information, officers say that Tucker's statement is inconsistent with this claim, and Tucker was arrested and booked into the Nye County Detention Center, and he is facing the charge of battery by strangulation.
News 25 will be right back after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
First Choice Pregnancy Center is holding their 15th annual Diaper Run in September. News 25 caught up with Lisa Madsen to give us all the details.
My name's Lisa Madsen, and I'm with First Choice Pregnancy Center, currently located at 2240 East Calvada Boulevard, across from the Calvada Eye. We've been here since October of 2022, and it's a wonderful location. We're going to have our 15th annual Diaper Run on Saturday, September 16th, 2023, and it's to benefit the First Choice Pregnancy Center. All the proceeds will go to the Pregnancy Center. You can find out more information at www.diaperrun, that's diaperrun.us. It'll have the contest rules, and it'll have the ride route. It's going to begin at Master Tech Computers, 580 South Highway 160, next to China Walk. That's going to be the first place that you go, and it's going to end here at First Choice Pregnancy Center at 2240 East Calvada. It's a family-friendly event, and the public is welcome. You can either ride a motorcycle or you can drive a car. There's a fee for the rider or the driver is $20 plus a pack of baby diapers, and we need sizes 4, 5, or 6. And the passenger, the main passenger, just one of the passengers, the entry fee is $15 and a small pack of diaper or unscented diaper wipes. And the registration includes lunch, which will be served here at the pregnancy center afterward. And there's also going to be a raffle where different businesses and people have donated prizes to be raffled off, and all the proceeds will go to benefit the pregnancy center. And there will be live music. We've had live music in previous years. You can also contact Nancy Irwin directly. She's our director here at the pregnancy center, and her phone number is 775-513-6207.
And here's Mikey with your sports report.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports. The day with the Stanley Cup Tour is still in full swing. Chandler Stevenson, he took it water skiing. Looks fun. Braden McNabb, he brought it back to his hometown in Davidson, Saskatchewan. Las Vegas Aviators in Albuquerque last night facing the Isotopes. Aviators with the W, 9-5. What a way to make a living. Rematch today at 5:35. Las Vegas Aces return to action on Sunday. They will host the New York Liberty at noon. Las Vegas Raiders in training camp gearing up for their first preseason game, which is August 13th, against the 49ers. And Pahrump Valley High School's new and improved football field is officially open. It looks beautiful. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
A former UNLV athlete is awarded Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. RJ Camacho has this story.
Austin Ajike, a former UNLV football star linebacker, has been named the Mountain West Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. Austin has become the second Rebel now to be given this accreditation. Being a native of Fremont, California, Ajike closed out his career by leading the conference in tackles last season, while also becoming a 5-time academic All-Mountain West honoree and 3-time Mountain West Scholar Athlete. The Scholar Athlete of the Year award, which was established in 1999, is the highest honor presented by the conference. The award is given annually to both the male and female who best exemplify the term student athlete, by not only achieving excellence in athletics, but also their academics and community involvement. Recipients of this award must also have a minimum 3.5 cumulative grade point average, demonstrate leadership, and exhibit an outstanding character and conduct on and off the playing field. Ajike went on to state, "I want to thank Mountain West for this award. It's a blessing to be able to represent not only the conference, not only the school, but also the community of Las Vegas. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate the fact that my leadership has been recognized, and this lets me know what I'm doing is for a purpose and that I'm on the right track in life."
Well, now here's what's cooking on Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning.
Howdy. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast, born on August 3rd, 1935, country music legend Hank Cochran will pay tribute to him. We'll hear the #1 song on this day in 1974. We'll hear the #1 song on this day in 1986. And a country singer from France named Theo Lawrence, he calls the show. Also, legendary singer Mo Bandy calls in. He talks about the time Barbara Bush wrote the foreword to his autobiography, Lucky Me.
And they were using a song I had, Americana, as kind of their song, their theme song. And so they contacted me, and I went out on the road. Loved them, and I was just honored they called. I went out with them, and we did 8 rallies the first day, and then we would look to schedule when I was open. I'd run out there and campaign with them. And I got to be very close with the family and spent the night in the White House twice, and went up to Kennebunkport quite a few times with them, and just got to be very close friends.
And don't forget to check out ClassicCountryBreakfast.com and tune in Sunday morning at 7 to Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio.
We will be back on the other side of this break with a dog named Nate.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
The Nye County Animal Shelter has a beautiful dog named Nate that is now ready for adoption.
Today's Rescue a Pet segment is brought to you by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Natasha Crabtree, the Animal Shelter Manager at the Nye County Animal Shelter. I'm here today with Nate. He is a 1-year-old Shepherd mix with 2 blue eyes. He's very beautiful, very playful. He can be a little bit timid at first, but once he warms up to you, he's very, very friendly, social, loves to take treats, loves to play ball. He would do well in really any type of home. He knows when it's time to calm down, and he knows when it's time to play. So if you like his look and you're interested in him, we highly recommend you come visit him here at the shelter. We're located at 1580 East Seary Lane in Pahrump, Nevada. Or you can view our other adoptable animals on our website at the number 24petconnect.com and search our zip code, which is 89060. Nate and all of our animals are currently free right now as we're celebrating Clear the Shelter until the end of August.
The Purple Heart Day event, which is honoring veterans who have been killed or wounded in their military service, will be held on Monday, August 7th at the Chief Tacoma Cemetery starting at 6 p.m. Everyone is welcome to join. Well, now here is our very own Mikey Ruhand and his girlfriend who are defending their music trivia championship this Saturday.
Hello, I'm Mikey. I'm one half of the 5280 Music Trivia Champion team, the Replacements, along with my girlfriend, Equinox. We'll be defending our title this Saturday, August 5th at 7 p.m. If you think you know music, call 702-379-8926 to book your team.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Sunny skies and hot weather are in store for this weekend. John has your weather forecast coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and worldwide into your phone, whatever device you got. If you got the local BTV app, do yourself a favor and get that for the weekend, give you something to play with. 92 degrees out there in Fernley, Fallon, saw 94, Carson City all the way up to 90. Just edged out by Tonopah for the Cool Spot Award at 89. It's very pleasant mid-state, isn't it? 91 out there. Goldfield, 99. And Beatty as those donkeys sweat away another day. 104 in Amargosa makes them the Hot Spot Award winner, perennial favorite. And right behind them, Las Vegas, 102 degrees. Very nice poolside. 115 out in Death Valley. They didn't move at all. It's just kind of your steady Eddie out there in Death Valley at 115. But here in the Paradise Pahrump, well, let's take a look at this thing. 101 degrees. Whoa, that's today's high also. and our current temperature. Southwesterly winds to 10 miles per hour. Felt all right because it was bone dry with that humidity at 6%. Sun rose this morning in all its glory, hope and promise of a new day at 5:53, and it's setting this evening. Look forward to go around 7:46. It's going to be a nice sunset. Clear skies tonight and beautiful star watching as we head to our low of 70 degrees with winds out of the east-southeast at just 8 miles per hour. Not a bad evening to enjoy outside. Hey, let's take a look at the rest of this week. Sun shining on me. Look at this, 7 days of sunshine. No rain in sight. So I guess we stave off the monsoon season for yet another week. Temperatures hovering around triple digits throughout the week. They're going to be taking a dip down to about 98 degrees on Thursday and a gradual trend south. And looks like we get some recovery next Friday at 100 degrees. Winds, not really a factor, under 15 miles per hour throughout most of the week, averaging about 12 miles per hour, and lows at night about mid-70s. This is going to be a nice little stretch of weather. Wasn't that so pleasant to know? All right, back to the desk. Here's Rory and David.
Thank you, John. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston.
And I'm Rory Rossell. We will see you on the next newscast.
Have a good night.
Good night.